Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. Nano. I'm here, same bat time, same bat channel. Okay, so how are you all going? Oh my God. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Whenever I come onto my lives, it's almost like, what the hell am I going to talk about first thing? Because I like doing about 10 or 15 minutes where I talk about things that are relevant, any psychic impressions that I get on what's going on. So you can always go back and watch all my lives and find that first 15 odd minutes where I do my moments of wisdom. Okay. Today I'm sitting here absolutely stumped. And I'm sitting here talking to my lady, her, and she's not talking. It's almost like, I'm not going to say a word, Linda. And I finally understood what she's on about. Because we're all gobsmacked. We're all sitting here, jaws on the floor, with what is going on at this point. I can't tell you. I have been under my rock now since June 1st, when Anna Knapp died, one of my best friends on the planet. It has been a horrendous June, July, August, September, 4 months. Absolute CRA and P for anybody else in that same boat, because I'm sure you all are. So let's go down into the guts of it. I was reading this report the other day, and they were saying the CERN Super Collider over in Switzerland, I think it's in Switzerland, Europe, I'll just say Europe, so I'm factually correct here, okay? That CERN Super Collider, Hydro Collider, whatever it is, about 6 months ago, there is a report that they did an oopsie. Now, what's an oopsie when we're talking subatomic particle integration and separation? Oopsie means that what they're saying as one of these plausible theories that could explain what we're all going through at this point is that when they did that oopsie, what's an oopsie? Mistake, right? What they've actually done is gone into a different timeline. Wow. So this actually makes sense. I'm all about paranormal. I'm all about things outside the box, right? I'm down the rabbit hole. Hence my little white rabbit here. Okay, here he is. I've got my little white rabbit. So when we go down this rabbit hole, if we have gone into a different timeline, or what they say in Back to the Future, where we crack through and go into those alternate realities, right? Could this explain why there are so many angry, bitter, judgmental, arrogant people out there? Karens, okay? That's number one. Could it explain now why we're all losing our spirituality? People are no longer compassionate, caring, loving, supportive, which, hello, that sort of sounds like number one. Could it be now that people are getting so confused, disconnected, which highlights number one? But then I get all these people coming to me for psychic readings, and the first thing they say is, I've got no purpose. I don't know where I'm going. I'm so confused. I'm not sleeping very well. So again, that all points back to number one. Okay, so my computer just did a little fizz then. Okay, so let's just go down this rabbit hole. Is it CERN that's causing all this? So I don't know. But I will tell you one thing that they cannot stop. Well, they're trying, right? They're trying hard. Once you work out who they are, you know the answer to what I'm about to say. Okay? once we know what they are doing, all the elitists, the ones who try to remain silent, so we only blame the politicians, but the politicians are the puppets. We've got to go above the puppet level. So we're going upper level, right? We're going to the stratosphere, okay, of the elitists. These ones out there, these are going through, and as Kendra B just said, hello, Kendra, we are going through this major shift now, where either there's no plan, there's no grey anymore. There's no grey area. It's either you're on the left, which is all the woke, transgender approving, laughing at bad situations going on with other people. They're the ones in that first category I was just talking about, unfortunately. They're the ones who I call now the zombie apocalypse. Now, who remembers, it was about 2 years ago. Oh, actually, it was 3, wasn't it? Yeah, she just corrected me. About 3 years ago, the CDC, Centre of Disease Control, CDC, they had a whole page dedicated to what would happen when the zombie apocalypse happened. And they actually said symptomology of the zombies will be that they get angry, they will be self-serving, they don't care about anybody else, they're losing their connection to everything, they've got cognitive decline, so they can't concentrate, can't think. Wow. And then they put out this disclaimer saying, oh, that was just a joke. So they pulled down that whole page of the CDC. Thank God I saved it and I shared it on Facebook 3 years ago. So it will probably come up as a memory at some point, which I were happy to share again, right? So they knew. So if the CDC, which stands for the Centre of Disease Control, if they knew that this was coming, we can't blame CERN, who's sitting up in their alpine mountain snowfield, totally isolated from the rest of the world. I hope you understand what I'm saying here, because things are not adding up. We are going through a shift, guys, okay? And it's a massive shift. Whoops, just bear with me because I've got itchy eyes today. We are going through a massive shift. You're either on the right side or the left side. Now, on the right side, I dare to say it's the religious ones, because a lot of the religious ones are now on the left, which is even making this thing even crazier. But at the end of the day, if we're on the right side, which, hello, isn't it called the right side because it's the correct side, right? Which I don't like taking sides because I don't compete and I don't want to judge others and try to be better than others. That's not who I am. But when we say I am on the light side with an L for Linda, I'm on the L side. I don't know why I just did that, but it makes sense. I'm on the L side. Actually, I should do it that way. L. I'm on the L side, okay? The light side. I'm on the side of energy, kindness, support, forgiveness of those who aren't on the same side as me. So I'm going to start calling us on the light side, So we are the ones, hopefully, that are trying to get through this calmly, safely, and most of all, lovingly, okay? So I am telling you, I haven't done videos this week. I know I said I was going to do 2, but I'll tell you why. Because I am writing what is called, ready for it? The Higher Self Meditation Handbook. Yes, Kendra, I see your comment to Robert. Hello. Because it's needed now. So not only do I go through what is our higher self, I talk about what is our higher self, what is consciousness, but then I give us some meditation on how to connect to our higher self. And then I also have in there connections with the I am, I have, and I do's, which I talk about all the time. So I was about, look at how many I have here. I have. Thank you so much. I do. Okay? So we've got to remember all these I have, I ams, I do's. Look, I am, I have. I am, I have, I do. So we've got to remember who we are at our core. So I'm working on this book. Please stay tuned when it's announced, because I'm going to put it on Lulu, which means it's going to be on Amazon and all the other book sites. But anyone who knows me, I give away free copies. Okay? I love giving away free copies of my books. So please stay tuned. I'm hoping to get this out in the next couple of weeks. Okay? Yeah, it's not a huge handbook. It's only going to be about 40, 50 pages. Thank God. Because it's repeating over and over what is said in there. We can't just say, I am healthy, and then expect to be healthy. It doesn't work like that with our neuroplasticity and our synaptic network in our brains. We have to keep repeating the words over and over. I am healthy. I am healthy. I am healthy. Remember, guys, I have cured my own brain tumor and throat cancer, diagnosed, and I've got all the scans, CTs, MRIs, and pathology to prove it. So that's the next book, How to Heal Ourselves Without Going to Chemo, because chemo apparently now kills 80% of people who use it. Oh my good! I know heaps of people who had chemo and they've died. So if they're killing us with these drugs, I don't know how I'm feeling about that. It's still too raw with me for what happened with my dad. So let's go there with what happened to my dad. Now, I'm not saying that this is the reason why my dad died, but let's just say a coincidence, okay? This is why I've been so having to step back with my grieving of my dad passing away. Okay, you ready? My dad died on the 17th of August. 2 weeks before, the doctors came in and gave everyone their boosters. It's an 80-bed, so it's 80-bed facility that my dad was in. Of that, 60% of people got COVID within a week. Now, we know that the jabs give us COVID because it's on the bloody CDC and Pfizer websites. I found it, so I know this is true. COVID is a side effect of getting the COVID jabs. So 60% of the people inside my dad's residence got COVID. The place was locked down for a week. And then 8 of those all died, including my dad. So if I find out that my dad died because of his booster, I don't know what I'm capable of thinking, okay? Because I know that we can't sue the manufacturer. I know that we can't legally do anything about this, but it changes my perspective in how I deal with the organizations that are lying through their teeth to us, okay? And that's what we've got to start doing here, guys, changing our perspective, not blaming, not hating, okay? Sorry, I'm just scratching my foot because my foot's itchy. We can't not like them. We have to love everybody. And this is where I'm getting to. We don't act like the Karens and the lefties out there at this point, the left ones. We have to be on the light side of this. We have to stay strong. Okay? And as I'm going to end this little chat, I want you all to think about Terminator 3. John Connor. He's with Claire Danes, the actress. He finds out that she's his future wife. And her father sends them in a plane down to the underground bunker. So when they get there after the Terminator tries to kill them again, they go into this bunker and they find out that it's the presidential bunker. So now John's in charge because he's acting as the president. And the last line of the movie, now please don't misquote me on this, but I love it. He says, because it's been 3 movies of the Terminators where they're trying to stop it, right? He says, I now understand we were never to stop the war. We were merely to survive it. And that's where we are on this light side, guys. We don't have to fight the war. We don't have to win the war. We merely have to survive what they're doing. So our philosophies, our belief, and our love continues. Because if this world ends up like that woman, oh my God, if you haven't seen her on the media, a woman heard Trump saying how Tylenol causes autism. Now, Trump did not say Tylenol gives us autism. He was quoting a Harvard University peer-reviewed paper that said Tylenol may cause cancer. So he came up on the podium and said autism may be a result of Tylenol use because they're trying to work out what's bad for us. Now, I don't care what he's doing, but if he is trying to help us, I'm going to listen. Because as we know now, Bush didn't help us, Obama didn't help us, the Clintons didn't help us. And I'm talking globally here, okay? Gosh, under Obama, he started 5 wars, for goodness sake. That wasn't helping anyone on the planet. So let's get back to this Tylenol story, because I do like talking in tangents. A woman who was 20-something weeks pregnant, I think she was 24 weeks pregnant, she listened to that story and out of spite, putting not only her life in danger, but the life of her child, she decided to down a whole bottle of Tylenol to spite Trump. Now, this is how pathetic people are getting. So now she's in ICU, liver failure, not expected to live, and they're trying to keep her alive so then the baby can get to a point of gestation where they can do a cesarean and hopefully save her child. My daughter was born at 26 weeks and she was in ICU for 3 months. And this baby at 24 weeks, they need her or him. I'm saying it's a girl. So let's see if it's a girl. That child has to go at least another 2 or 3 weeks in gestation before they can do a cesarean and then let that mother die from her spite of going against something that somebody who she doesn't even know said online. This is where we have to stay in the light. We can't HOTE, okay? Gosh, I would take that child in a heartbeat so she's not endangered by if that mother woke up. But I know that mother's not going to wake up. She made a very, very big mistake out of being spiteful. And we are seeing it over and over and over now, where people are doing things out of spite because somebody they don't even know said something that they don't approve of. We've got to start getting a grip. And we've got to start paying attention to what matters to us. And unfortunately, all these people on the left, like that stupid, spiteful, selfish woman who killed herself and probably her child, we have to let them go. We can't pay attention to it. We cannot get compassionate. We cannot be sympathetic. Because if we put our energy into what these people are doing, any sort of energy, guess what? We are creating the energy for them. And we must keep making the energy for us. We have to build the reality that we want. we've got to start saying what we want repeatedly over and over and over like a mantra. So these things don't keep energizing themselves through our energy. Okay? So if you do want to educate yourself, watch a movie called The Matrix. Educate yourself and watch Lucy. Okay? And if you really want to go down a rabbit hole, watch Code 8. And then there was a part 2 of Code 8, where the robots are coming out for all the psychics. I couldn't watch the end of the second one because I was so scared of what could happen to me if this became reality. And I don't want that reality. So I would not put my energy into watching it. But if you can sit there and detach from it, good on you for watching Code 8 with the robots taking over the police. And isn't it funny now we're hearing all these stories about police dying? So when it's problem, reaction, solution. Google what is problem, reaction, solution. Problem. People are lying to the police every day. People are evading the police every day. People don't trust the police anymore. Look at what happened in Melbourne during COVID. 380 days lockdown, and all the police were getting, they were going around with rubber bullets and battening people who weren't wearing a mask. It's horrendous what they did. And now they're trying to work out why people don't want to work for the police. So we've got a problem. Police are now losing their power. So they come up with a reaction, which is emotion. Oh, let's kill a couple of police. So people start sympathizing for us again. And then what's the solution? They bring in these robot cops so they can say, oh, well, we're not going to lose any more police. We're not going to lose any more human casualties to this war of civilians against the police. So they're bringing out all these robot cops. They already are. Look at China. They've just released like 3,000 robot dogs that are armed. Would they be able to negotiate? And the worst thing is that they see through IR, infrared. So if they come to your door and whoever answers the door and they say, is Johnny home? We're here to serve him a warrant to go to court next week. And this person says, no, Johnny's not at home. They can see that Johnny's sitting in the third bedroom because they can see through walls. Why do you think they got rid of lead paint? Why do you think they got rid of fiberglass? Why do you think they don't want us wearing our tinfoil hats? Because these things all stop infrared imaging. Think about it. So I have a lot of tinfoil. And there's some other things that stop IR as well, which I'm going down the rabbit hole with. Because if they're going to start bringing out these cop robots, then guess what? No negotiation, shoot on sight. Because there's no justification, because they're not human emotions. It's scary times, but we can't put our emotions into it. We have to send out the light and survive it. So let's go to what I was told in 2001. You know, when I died, May 6, 2001, I died. When I was talking to Karina, my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, 4 greats there, yes, great-great-great-great-grandmother, she said to me, there will come a time when you must be a wolf wearing sheep's clothing. They're going to come after the wolves. And the sheep are the ones who will be protected by the government. I never knew, well, she didn't say government, but she said the forces. I didn't know what she meant then, but it's all becoming clear. We must be the sheep. We must be appearing as the sheep, but keep our cognitive, critical thinking active and being aware of what they're doing. Look at Starmer now bringing in the digital ID cards. This is Nazi Germany all over again. It's nothing to do with the immigration problem. The immigration problem is the reaction so they get the solution that they want. The problem is the government wants control. Problem? Government wants control. They tried it with COVID. They wanted everybody to have their little COVID cards, remember? Then we've got the reaction, the sympathy from the public. Oh, we've got all these immigrations. We're getting so angry. They've got to kick all these immigrants out. Why do you think they brought them in for? Because they want the solution, which is to get everybody onto digital ID. So Australia, we're down to 2 months now, and then we bring in this digital ID to use YouTube and all social media. If they do bring that out, guess what, guys? I'm gone because I'm not signing up for it. I will find somewhere like BitChute or Rumble where and Truth Social, by the way, if we can still use it here in Australia. But I'm going to be looking at all these other out-of-the-box sites so I survive this. But we won't get there until that bridge. Oh, and then Trump just came out and said, if Australia does this, it's highly illegal. It goes against free speech and privacy. So let's see how Albanese handles that one. So anyway, I've spoken for half an hour today. I usually only speak for 15 minutes, but obviously it's something I'm very passionate about. So thank you all for being so patient with me today. Let's start doing some tarot because that's what you're here for. Okay. First of the rung today, I'm going to do Jim Holland, okay? Jim Holland, he has messaged me on Facebook, and he also says that because he's in the UK, which is now 12:30 a.m., for him it's coming up to 1 a.m., he goes to bed, so he likes getting a card. So Jim Holland, I got you the Page of Swords. And because you're here before I go live, you also got your Love Dove card, which is Love Would Ask for Directions. Now, as we know, the Page of Swords is bad news coming. I just mentioned Starmer. There is a lot of bad news coming for the UK at this point, okay? There is so much rioting, so much distance between people. There's no more neighbourhoods or community. It's out the door because they're all fighting each other. It is horrendous what's happening in the UK. Starmer, I can only say in my own my own personal opinion, he has caused all this deliberately to bring through these bloody ID cards that he wants to bring in. Oh my gosh. So the government is about to have a war. So Jim in the UK, you have got to ask for directions. Start networking and find out people in your area who are on the same page as you. What are you all doing to stand up for this? Because we must start saying no. We had our option in 2020 to say no. We can't say, oh, but I had to get it for the job. Well, you know what? No, you didn't. If you put so much value on money and material objects over your own health, damn, because I did it. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of stuff. But you know what? 5 years later, look where I'm going. I am healthy, strong, and fit in a world where I'm seeing funerals about 3 times a week at this point. And they're all done what they did, said, oh, no, we have to do it. No, we didn't. And I'm sorry to get there to that point. Okay? Because we have to learn from history. This time with the digital ID, we must say no. There's no going back. It's like the jabs. Once you've got that stuff in you, it can't come out. It attaches to the DNA cellular network of our being, and it changes our genetic being. No amount of healing and energy work is going to undo it. I hope and pray I was just wrong. Because I hope and pray every day that we can change our DNA structures. Okay? So let's get into this. Let's get off this. Okay? Because I love yous all, and I only do what I do because I love yous, and I want yous to wake up to what's going on. So, Marissa Dummel, hello, Dr. Lynda. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying the weekend. May I have a card? Okay, so let me just go first. How do you get a card? I go live 9 a.m. Brisbane time on Sundays. I usually set this up about 7:30, which gives the people an hour and a half to come online and say, please get a card. If you do comment during that hour and a half before I go live, you also get the Love Dove card. So for Marissa, yours is love would make sure everyone has enough food to eat. Oh, and your card is probably one of the best in the deck. You got the Fool. This is where you're smarter than what other people see you as. The Fool is probably one of the strongest cards in the deck because I like playing the Fool. I don't like promoting how intelligent I am. I prefer to act dumb. So then people get blindsided when I find out the truth about stuff. That's me personally. 10 years of police training on top of that helps. So Marissa, this is your time where people think that you're dumb, but you're not. You're very intelligent. And love would make sure everyone had enough food to eat. I know you've got children, so look after those babies. Okay, Kendra B. Hello, good morning, Kendra. We finally got here for you, Kendra. Kendra, you are amazing. I love you to bits. Okay, Kendra says, good morning, gorgeous Lynda and Nanu, wishing you a beautiful week full of light, love, and high vibrations. I've just said it. We've got to stay in the L vibration, light and love. I hope everything is going well, and I'm looking forward to my cards today. Yes, Kendra. You got yourself the Judgment card. Number 20 in the Major Arcana. Judgment. So the big question with the Judgment card is, are you the one judging or are other people judging you? Okay, so please look at the Judgment card. Get your own message there. And your Love Dove cards, because I love giving the Love Dove card as well. Love plays games and happy music with friends. So there's your two cards for today, Kendra. Okay. Yeah, I hope that means something specific for you, Kendra. Okay, I love you to bits. Okay, so let's keep moving along. Colin M, good morning, humans. Shazbot, I've got to do it. Shazbot. Nanu, orc, mork from orc. Oh, I love it. Okay, Colin, you got the Four of Swords. Oh, Colin, Four of Swords. And love protects the young from harm. There's your other one. There you go. Please go research what those two mean for you, please, Colin. Okay, so next on my list we have Rajput Sisters. Hello, Lynda. How are you? Can you draw a card for me? I just shifted in a new house and was wondering if it's good for me. Please guide me if you get something. Love you. Well, what I'm hearing for you, Rajput Sisters, is that you're not staying in this house. It's not your forever home. Okay? There's another move for you again soon. So let's see what your card said. 10 of Wands. And love would start a creative new project. So this is where you start really finding out who you are while you're in this new home, okay? Find out what it is that you want to do. You've got a whole new opportunity base now, new hobbies, new interests, new places to go and see. So do what you love, create what you love, stay in this L, right? And what we've really got to do at this point is to start realizing who we are so we can get strength from that. and be who we are while all these crazy turbulent times are upon us. Do I see an out for us? Who just said that? Do you see this ending anytime soon? Someone just said it. Okay, and yes, we are getting through this. Okay, we are getting through this. Thank God. That's all I'm saying. Okay, light and love. Hi, Linda. So happy to be here today. Blessings to you and everyone on here. May I have a card, please? Yes, you can. You've got the Two of Wands. And your little love dove card says, love would open doors for others. So this again, being kind, generous, helping other people. Okay. Yes. Do what it is that makes us happy. Okay. That's what we really have to start doing here. Do what it is that makes us happy. Okay. So, Jimmy Holland, we got you. You got the Page of Swords, which is bad news coming. And love would ask for directions. Okay, so there's your cards. So I'll keep going. Hammer Bammers. Yay, I finally caught you. Can I get a card and a love card too? Yes, you can, because you got here before I went live. If anyone's watching and you say, hey, can I get a private reading? Please know today I'm doing generalized tarot. If you do want a private reading from me through Zoom, doesn't matter where you are on the planet, because I'm in Australia and we just work out time zones. If you do want a private reading, please go to the link below. I don't charge a set amount. I just ask for what you can afford. Send it over through PayPal. Then please email me. The link to my email is below as well. And just say, hey, I've just sent you this much. This is where I live. I see that you're X amount hours behind me or ahead of me, if you want to work that out. So I work it out anyway. And then usually it's about 3 or 4 days and you get your reading. Yay! Okay. So, Hammer Bammers, finally got your card. 7 of Swords is for you. And love would do small acts of kindness. I call these little love doves cards because every card starts with the word love. And they've got the dove on them. So I call these my little love dove cards. Love would do little acts of kindness with the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Okay. Hammer Bammers again. She said, sent a wee bit of money, folks, for a coffee for Linda. Oh, Hammer Bammers, I did receive your PayPal. Thank you so much. And I don't ask for PayPal contributions, guys, but if you do want to say, oh yeah, Linda needs a couple of dollars for a coffee or whatever, my PayPal link is below. Okay, when you do send me money, just in the instructions, just say what it's for. If it's a donation for a coffee, if it's towards a reading, if you want my books or whatever you want, because I've got 4 books. I'm currently coming out with number 5. So, yeah. All right, please use the instructions so I can see why you've given me some money. Okay, I appreciate to all those who do send me money, because as you know, I don't do super chats and I don't do member-only videos. I've got over 600 videos on my channel, all pertaining to heaven, NDEs, angels, ghosts, all the afterlife stuff. So you're welcome to go watch them. They're all relevant for now. Look at all my personal development videos. I've got someone at the moment going through all those. They're happy to watch every single one of them because they're trying to be their better self. So all my videos are free and I like it that way. Okay. So Hammer Bammers, thank you so much for your contribution. I love you. And also, if you do wish to donate, please use the PayPal link below. Okay, Julie Youngrim. Hi there, Linda and everyone. Love, light, and hugs. Hello. Maybe instead of doing the nanners, I'm going to do nanner. Okay. May I please have a card and a lovey-dovey card? Okay. Nanu, and what can I do for you, Julie? How many times do we actually ask other people what can they do for us? Seriously. This is the purest form of generosity when we give other people our time. It's amazing. I love it. So should you. So even the fact that she's asked, thank you so much, Julie. You are gorgeous. I love you so much for asking. Okay? Whoever's sending me those loves, look, I'm just going to do a few loves there too. There you go. So you can see a few loves coming up. That's what I'm here for, spreading the love. So, Julie, your cards. Ooh, what have you got? The Eight of Wands. And love goes last and opens doors for others. Exactly. Time. You know, what is it when we just wait 5 seconds to let somebody else come through? I was in the traffic yesterday because I took my daughter away. She's away today. So when I come back, I'm stuck in traffic, and we're all queued in the big bank of cars, and there's this poor guy trying to merge from a side street. So I'm watching all these cars just not letting him in. They're all just like sipping forward. Not one person stopped. And I was thinking, you tossers, what's he going to do 1 car length? So, of course, I left a gap, and this guy came in, and he was like, thank you so much. Didn't mean much to me, but obviously it meant a lot to him. How long had he been waiting there? Seriously. But it just shows you how many inconsiderate, selfish, arrogant people are out there now. You know, I was brought up to show respect and be courteous. And I think my generation, born in the 60s, we're probably in the 70s, we're the last people on the planet like it. So, of course, I teach it to my daughter. She was born in 2006. So, her generation, they don't know how to be courteous anymore. So, whenever we're all in the car, because I take some for drives every now and again, I always say, hey, kids, when do you do this? When do you do that? How about you start doing it like this? So, I'm teaching them, not like a parent, because I don't want to impede on their own parenting from their own mother and fathers or gut carers. But I give them extra. So it makes them think. You know, when they all stay here, I love how I wake up. I walk out and they're all folding up their blankets. They're fixing up their messes. If they spot anything on the floor, they're fixing it up. So I compliment them. Let them know they're doing it right. And I say to them, I'm so proud that you guys, only 19 years old, are so considerate. So I remind them that they're being considerate. I remind them to be kind. And I said, how does this make you feel? And they go, oh, yeah, I feel nice because I'm helping. Well, that's right. It makes us feel good when we help others. So there's so many people out there now not learning it. It's so sad. So, Julie Youngren, I love you. Did I do your card? Oh, yeah. Love goes last and opens doors for others with the Eight of Wands. So, there you go, Julie. I love you, darling. Okay. Next is Josie Science. Hi, Lynda. I am just wondering, when do you think Icahn School of Medicine will send me an invite? Choose a month. Well, honey, don't give me ultimatums to say a result. They're going to do it in their own time. This is a big lesson for you, Josie. Sit back, learn patience, learn how to trust yourself, okay? Because I don't do ultimatums. I get enough of that with my family. Why do you think I don't see them? Because they're so... Anyway, we won't go there. But anyway, I don't play ultimatum games with anyone, okay? So when do you think Icahn School of Medicine will send me an invite? I do see an invite, but be patient for it as it turns up when it's due to turn up. So this is a time for you to sort out all the reasons why you don't think you're good enough to get it. Okay? So here's your cards for today. You've got the Two of Swords. Ooh. Interesting. Please go research what this one means. And love goes swimming when it gets hot. So this card means to look after yourself at this point. Okay? Don't worry about what the school's doing. If you don't get in, what's the worst case scenario? Learn it all again. Start again. Okay? Repeat it. How many times do I say we've got to repeat things over and over again to learn it? So there's yours. When love goes swimming when it gets hot, with the Two of Swords. Okay? Because this is a time for you to start learning how to trust yourself. Okay. And JC Science also says, thank you so much, and draw a card. Love you. Glad you're here live. And I meant interview invite. Well, yeah, darling, things are happening as they're meant to be. Okay. So now we go over to Robert. Oh, Robert Harris. Mwah. Hello, beautiful man. Okay. Good evening, Lynda. Hang on, Robert. I'm just going to have a drink of water. Okay, Robert. He says, hope you're having a good day. May I have a card for my finances, please? And love, Dove card also. Have a great week. Yes, finances, Robert. You got the Ace of Swords. I openly say that the aces are the greatest of the minor arcana. You know what this card represents, Robert. I'm seeing that, okay? You know that the Ace of Swords is more than just your finances here. You know what you've got to do, okay? Your Love Dove card says, love cries openly at sad movies. So this is your time to be emotional. This is your time to really stand up into who you are. You've been sitting back for too long. I know where you live, not in a stalker way, but I know where you are, Robert, and I know what's going on where you are. So this is your time to really stand up to the plate with all your skills, training, and experience. Training. Stand up to the plate because you've got the Ace of Swords. Love cries openly at sad movies. So this is your time, darling, to really be one of those go-getters with what's going on where you are. People respect you. Use it to your advantage. Okay? You know what I mean there. Okay. So now we go to the Abacus 30. Abacus 30. I'm going to be honest, darling. I know your name. 2 initials are the same letter, right? The Abacus 30. Funny thing. The Abacus 30 says, hi, Dr. Lynda. I hope you had a wonderful week. May I please have a couple of cards? Guess what happened? A couple fell out. And I looked up and I said, really? And I heard yes. So, Abacus 30, you got 2 cards and the lovey-dovey card. So let's do the Love Dove card first. Love likes kittens and all baby animals. So let's put that down. I'll put it up so you can read it. Love likes kittens and all baby animals. And the Abacus 30, you're not going to believe it, but you got 2 kings. The King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Just trying to get them away from my round light that I have here. So you've got 2 kings. Wow. Isn't it funny how you've got the same letter for your name and surname? Because I know this stuff. I pay attention and I make notes. And love likes playing with kittens and baby animals. But you've got the 2 kings. How rare is it when I'm just throwing cards, asking for cards, and 2 just throw out at me, and they're both kings. So please have a look at what those both represent. Okay? King of Cups, King of Pentacles. They're both good cards, by the way. Okay? And love likes kittens and baby animals. So there you are, Abacus 30. Mwah. Okay. Chrissa Nicolau. Oh, God, I always pronounce some names wrong. I do apologise. Hello, Dr. Lynda. May I have a card, please? Yes, you may. And yes, I've got them. So you got the Four of Wands. And love would go for a walk in the sunshine. So there's your two cards for the day. Chris and Nicolau. Yep. Okay, so let's keep moving through. All things must pass. Oh, I know your name too. I love it because, people do email me and they say, oh, hi, on YouTube, I'm All Things Must Pass. So I know your real name. Good morning, Lynda. I hope you are doing well. Sending you love and light. I've actually got a little wall. I've got a wall here behind my computer, and I've got a little post. I've got a piece of paper up there with everyone's names with their YouTube handles. So all things must pass. You're there with your real name written on it. I love it. So I remember. And it also gives me that visual of who you are, so I get a better connection to you. So thank you so much for being here, okay? So you got the Six of Wands. Here's your guy on the Six of Wands. And love willingly compromises and accommodates others' needs. So you're going through a time of negotiation at this point. All things must pass. This is all about negotiation. Okay, and I'm rubbing my nose while I'm hidden. Okay, so it's all about negotiation for you. Six of Wands. Okay, so my last card, oh no, I've still got a few here. Okay, oh yeah, because I did little wave as well. Caitlin L. Hi, Lynda, may I have a card, please? Yes, you may. You got the Nine of Swords. And love would trust in the angels to guide their pathway. So, guys, just remember, I am coming out with my new book. It's called The Higher Self Meditation Handbook. It is going to be on Lulu. It's going to be on my website. And I'm going to be giving away copies for free. So please stay tuned. It's only a few weeks away. Okay? I'm hearing noises today. And it's only about, if I'm nearly 6 foot, so that's 6, 12. It's only about 20 feet away. And I'm hearing noises today. I'll tell you what happened about 2 days ago. I was lying in bed and my cat was on the bed next to me. And there was this bang. It was almost like someone picked up the washing machine and dropped it about 5 foot. It was not soft. It was huge. The whole room shook. This huge bang. And it was only about 6 feet from where I was. I looked straight because my ears pricked. I looked straight where the noise was in my cupboard. The cat, Mary, jumped up and she's like, and all her whiskers are coming forward like, what's that? What's that? So I got up, opened up my cupboard because I've got like doors that move on the side. So I'm opening the cupboard doors, looking into my linen closet and seeing what's in there. Nothing out of the movement. And I thought, what the hell was that noise? It sort of scared me a bit because it was so loud. Oh, my God. So I'm hearing noises today again, probably near the same area. So something's going on, okay? And I don't mind if it's someone popping in and just saying, hey, I'm here. I'm used to that. Okay, but I just want to explain why I keep looking over there because I hear a noise. So I'm just looking to see if there's somebody standing in my doorway because I've done that before. Okay, Caitlin, may I have a card? Love would trust in the angels to guide their pathway with the Nine of Swords. Please go research what these mean. Okay. Find your own little secret message there. Okay. Oh, my God, there it goes again. I can't say it's Mary because Mary's asleep under my bed. And she'll stay there now for about another 3 or 4 hours because that's her routine these days. She's an old cat. Anyway, something's going on in my house today and I'm the only one here. I'm going to love it, don't you? Little Wave. Hi, Linda. Hi, everyone. I hope all is well with you and everyone here. May I please have a card for near future community friendship? By the way, you gave wonderful advice a few weeks ago. Little Wave, I love you. I love it when I get my feedback. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay. Oh, look what you got. So this is about community and friendship. You got the sun. Now, whenever I get the sun, I always break out in a little song. The sun will come out tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm so corny. I'm so corny. But it's true. Whatever it is that you want to do with your community and friendships, things are coming out. Okay? This is getting out in the sunshine, making your new friends, doing your involvement in the community, really setting yourself up for the future. So you've got the amazing energy of the sun on your side there. Okay? Your love dove card says, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. So this is all about being truthful to yourself, getting out there, doing what you want to do. I'll just put it up so you can read it. Love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. The sun doesn't tell lies. It's always the truth when you see the sun card. So this is doing what you want in your future. Okay? I love it. Now, Deb's only. Oh my gosh, Deb's. Oh, hang on. Scratching my leg. I've got itchy feet today. I'll tell you why. Last night I did my Epsom salt, rock salt, and baking soda, hot water, soaked my feet for about half an hour while I was watching a movie. And yeah, now my feet are itchy today. Usually I go outside with like the little mini saw and you get off all your dead skin. I didn't do that last night, so that's probably why. So let me just pull my socks up and get better in my chair. Okay. All right. So Deb's Only, you are my last card where I give also the Love Dove card. So again, guys, I'm just going to repeat. If you're here before I start my live, you get the Love Dove card. So everybody from now, you only get the one card, okay? One of these. Okay, so Deb's Only. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here, Debs. The High Priestess. Wow. I love it. And your Love Dove card says, love would smile at every given opportunity so as to spread joy. Again, the High Priestess is all about honesty. She doesn't lie. She's out there spreading her truth. Debs, I'm hearing that it's time. Maybe you and I need to have a chat. Maybe it's time for you and me to have a chat. Yeah, let's set up a Zoom call or a phone call. Okay? Because I know where you live and we need to talk about what's going on there. You know what I'm talking about. And you know who I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm now going to start doing tarots. I've got to pull cards for everybody else now because I'm now caught up to where I was before I went live. So, guys, as I shuffle and I connect to my cards, if you do want a private reading from me, it is easy. First thing, make a PayPal contribution. I don't charge. Just send over what you think I deserve and what you can afford. Then please email me. My link is below. linda@lindaray.info is my email. Send me an email. Say, hey, I've just made a contribution. This is what I sent over. I live in wherever you are because I do talk to everybody all over. I spoke to a lady the other day. She's in Gabon. And as I said to her, I said, where are you? And she said, it's not Gabon. It's called Gabon. Gabon. Because we don't pronounce the N because we speak French. I don't mind where people are because I talk to people all over the planet. We just got to work out time zones. Okay? So make a contribution. Email me. I send back my availability pending where you are because I don't want it to be at 3 o'clock in the morning for you, obviously. And then we set it in stone, so I send you a Zoom link. It's pretty easy to get a reading from me. Okay, I do have spots available this coming week. And next week is pretty clear for me. Yay! So if you do want a reading, perfect time to come through for a reading, guys. Okay? Alrighty, so now that we've done Debs only, I'm now up to It's That Aussie Chick. Good morning, Lynda. Good morning, everyone else. What a spatula Sunday morning. I love it. May I have a card, please? Any message I should have? Thank you. Okay. It's That Aussie Chick. Well, I know that you're in Australia because it's in your name. I've just got to go there and say it. Albanese is probably the biggest failure in Australian history at this point. I can't believe what him and Starmer are doing with this digital ID stuff. Trump's here saying, don't do it, don't do it. It's against human rights. It's against free will. It's against all this stuff. Oh, look at that, just popped out. Yeah. No one wants to listen to Trump. Even look at the magic he's creating. Okay, It's That Aussie Chick. Oh, you got the moon. It's That Aussie Chick. I know you're in Australia with all this stuff going on, so let's go and have a look at it. Where are we? 18 in the Major Arcana. 18. The moon. Okay, so here's the moon. Okay, I'm just going to put it up there so you can pause the screen. There's the interpretation, which is what we really want. Okay, the moon represents illusionary situations, possibly deceptions. Well, look what Albanese is doing to Australia right now. And feelings of uncertainty. We are all uncertain at this point. Emotions are highly charged and fluctuating like a pendulum swinging back and forth due to the mystical associations of the moon. It can also show our dreams becoming more vivid as the subconscious reveals itself to us. So It's That Aussie Chick. This is your time to really pay attention to where you want to be, who you want to be, and what sort of future for Australia you want to create. This is our time, guys. Why do you think I have to get this meditation handbook out? What I am going to do is a series of videos. I don't like charging for them. I really don't want to charge for these, but I'd like to make some money out of it somehow. But I think if you just watch them, I get like 1/10 of a cent per view. And the idea is to listen to these videos every single day to do the affirmations. So instead of paying me through or contributing through PayPal, just watch these videos, okay? Please, because the more we put our energy into what we want to manifest, the more we're going to create what we want in our existence, okay? Okay, so I gave you your card, didn't I? It's That Aussie Chick. Yes. Okay, Fiona Light Spontaneous. Morning all. I hope everyone enjoys their Sunday. Nanu. So you're the same, Fiona, okay? Because you're saying Sunday morning. You're in Australia, I hope. We've got to start talking about the energy that we want to create here. Albanese is trying to destroy us, and it's not going to go too well for him. Okay, it's really not going too well for him at this point. Alrighty. Wow, yeah, I know. That's your card. Oh, 3 of Wands. Fiona Light Spontaneous. There you go. Okay. Robert Ineguez. Hello, Robert. You know what's really funny that I do find really funny on my channel? I've got a few Roberts that watch me. And I've also got a couple of Jims or Jameses that watch me as well. Isn't that funny? Roberts and James. Robert and James. It's funny. I should Google what those names mean. Yeah. Oops. Ooh, Robert. Your card's just through the air. I don't know if you saw that or not. And you got two, so I'm going to give you these two, okay? So please look at these cards. One is the Seven of Swords. You can't make this up. You've seen that I was just shuffling my cards, right? Two just flew out. So the first one is the Seven of Swords. Guess what this one is? It's the Eight of Swords. The very next card. Robert. So you got the 7 and the 8 of Swords. How crazy is that? There you go, Robert. So please go and check out what those mean for you. The 7 and the 8 of Swords. So as I put these back into my deck, I'm going to put one in there, and I'm going to put one up probably around there. So let's keep separating them. That was weird. 7 and the 8 of Swords. I'm actually going to write that down. There you go. I'm going to research it just for myself, Robert. Okay. Carol Morris. Hello. Could I have a card, please? Of course you can. That's what I'm here for. Okay, let me just come down with my cursor so I keep up with the comments. I'm trying to just go through one by one. If I ever do miss you, please email me and just say, hey, you missed me in the spot. Can you please send me a card? After I end my live, please don't comment because I don't do cards after I finish my live. So you've got to be here during my live, okay? Or before. Yeah, because I set this up like an hour and a half before I go live. And if you do, that's when you get the little Love Dove card as well. One of these little guys, okay? Okay, so where am I? Carol Morris, and I've got to put that up to there. Let's get you a card, Carol. Oh, there it goes. Pops out. Oh, of course they end up on the floor. Okay. Okay. Gosh, I got to work out with this chair. I tell you, good thing it's on swivels. Oh, King of Pentacles for Carol Morris. I like that one for you. King of Pentacles, Carol Morris. Okay. Moving right along. Patricia Scowen. Hi, Linda. Hope you're okay. Card, please, for the next few weeks. Thank you. Yes, Patricia Scowen. Patricia Scowen. Patricia, please. That's what we're here for. That's a song that's in Catherine Zeta-Jones and Renee Zellweger. Chicago. That's what he's here for. Richard Gere, during his song, If You've Seen Chicago, with Renee Zellweger, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Richard Gere. Oh, yes, there's your card. Okay. It is 8 of Cups for Patricia. 8 of Cups. What's this thing down the bottom? Looks like a platypus. Whatever that thing is down the bottom, I'm not sure. But I do like the artistry of my cards. So there you go, Patricia Scowen. You've got yourself the 8 of Cups and whatever this guy is in the corner. Okay, so got that one out of the way. Let me just take a sip of water. Leave my cards for a minute so they don't get confused. And now we go to Joe Lanphier. Hello, Joe Lanphier. Glad you're here. Okay, pretty please, could you draw me a card? Oh, I love it, pretty please. You know I will. I try my best for everybody, Joe. As you know. Okay, let's get you. Oh, did you see that one? It just flicked out. Here it is, and it, 8 of Swords for Joe Lanphier. Please go Google what this one means for you. Okay, put that one back in the deck. It didn't want to go in the deck. Get in the deck. Okay, so now we're up to Debbie Hazelton. It's great to be here once again. Thank you. Well, good for you too, Debbie. Yay! I'm so happy when I see names I recognise. Thank you so much for all you're doing, Debbie. Okay. They're saying today it's going to get to 30 Celsius. We're only 3 weeks out of winter. So we're now in autumn and we're hitting 30 today, which is like 90. I've got to really work that out. Come on, card for Debbie, please. Card for Debbie, please. One. Oh, God, no, that wasn't it. So whenever they don't give me a card straight away, I always say we're waiting on patience. Sometimes no card is the reason what the lesson is. So there's a patience game with you, Debbie. Okay? Let's see if we get you a card this time. Come on. Please, Debbie. We mentioned patience. There it goes. And did you see that? It goes on the floor, as usual. Oh, now, Debbie, this card is about you because it's a queen, the Queen of Swords. So if you've got so much going on at this point, your world's like chaotic, remember what happened before the card came out? Patience. You've got to be patient with what's going on at this point with the Queen of Swords. Okay? Yeah, because the Queen, she's running the show. Okay, so let's just keep going. Sunrise Jesus, hi. I'm going to get you a card because you're here. Yay, I love it. I love it. Oh, gosh. I'm not going to take any of that mess. Sometimes, oh, gosh, that card. Okay, we don't want that one. It's on the bottom at the moment. I just got the Magician. That was weird, how he just stood out in the mix. Okay, Sunrise Jesus. Let's get you a card. I sing to distract myself from getting the card because I don't let me pick the cards. I let the universe flick the cards out that they want. So I just distract myself by singing, okay? Okay, 9 of Cups. That's what I just got for you, Sunrise Jesus. There you go. Please go and Google what does that one mean. Put it into Google, 9 of Cups. So you get your own little special message there. Okay, Kendra, she says, yes, we're going through a shift right now and some of us are going to switch timelines. That's why it's so important to stay high vibration right now. We need to be showing positive vibes, of course. Now I understand why I've got to get this book out. It's called, or going to be called, The Higher Self Meditation Handbook. It's all mantras to connect to our higher self. And then I go through all the I ams, I haves, I do's. Okay? Yep, so please stay tuned, guys. Robert Ineguez, for 3 months I haven't cared to do my spiritual practices. I wonder if I'm just healed enough and need another hardship to drive back into myself and God. Robert, we're all going through this stage at this point. We're all feeling blah. We're all feeling stagnant. So that's why it's important to keep moving forward. You know, just last night I was sitting here thinking, oh my God, I feel so bleh. So I soaked my feet in my rock salts while I was watching. I'll be honest, I'm watching Mannequin. Andrew McCartney, Kim Cattrall, where she turns into the mannequin. I love that show. It's from the 80s. I love it. James Spader's in it from Stargate and The Blacklist. He's in it. And the character he plays, it's just, he does this thing through his hair and it's like, my God, it's totally different character. So it shows his range with what he's doing in this. I love James Spader. Yeah, Chicken Boy from Stargate. Okay, Fiona Light Spontaneous, the 2006 movie called Idiocracy is interesting and made me think of it while you were talking about this topic. Yep. Okay. Kendra, she says, at Robert, just 5 minutes a day, try to meditate and connect to your higher self. Always look for the videos on YouTube. Yep, absolutely. We aren't supposed to judge others. You can acknowledge how they make you feel, but then let it go. Oops, now my screen just refreshed itself. So let me just scroll back up to where I was. Oh my gosh, look at all these new comments that have just come in. Okay, I'm up to here. Okay. So Kendra's got a few comments here. Yep, we aren't supposed to judge others. And then she says, we all make mistakes. Hello, thank God. You know, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. But it's acknowledging what we've done, and then we justify why we do it. And in the end, all we can say is, well, I was just trying my best. And then we forgive ourselves and let it go. Okay? Okay, Maltese Falconess Australia. Hi, Linda, good to see you. Just turning in now. Yes, I'm glad that you're here. Okay, Maltese Falconess Australia. Okay. Let's get you a card. That's it. Yeah. Oh, Ace of Wands. Maltese Falconess Australia. Oh, I love that card too, by the way. Ace of Wands. What a nice card. Yes. Okay, let's keep moving. Marissa Dummel, she says, yeah, my best friend from high school moved to Newcastle upon Tyne in England to be with her boyfriend. I've messaged her on Facebook since August and she hasn't looked at any of my messages. Well, don't worry about that, Marissa, because we all get stuck. You know, I don't always go on Facebook. I don't always go on Messenger. When I do, it's like, oh my God, I've only got 10 minutes. Which message do I look at? Do I want to reply to? So we have to prioritize our time. We have to set those boundaries with people, okay? She's trying to set up a new home. She's trying to set up a new life with her boyfriend. So, of course, she doesn't want that distraction with you from your past. You're probably showing her her past, which she doesn't want to face at this point. So just remember, she will face her past when she's ready to heal it, okay? And that includes you. So just allow her to do what you want. Don't put your ego into it and demand stuff with her, okay? As I said before, ultimatums, I don't play the ultimatum game. I don't do ultimatums. And people who play ultimatums with me, they usually come off second best because I don't play back. Okay, I texted her last week on her UK number, nothing. I'm about ready to message her sister and see if she's okay. Well, you know what? If she's a good friend of yours, contact the brother, okay? Go to her sister, okay? Or, yeah, boyfriend, okay? Message your sister and see if, hey, have you heard from her? I'm just worried. That's what you can do as a good friend, okay? Yeah, okay. Loyal Mum, good afternoon from Oregon, US. Hello! As scoff-worthy as that term is these days. Oregon. Okay. Oh, well, we were expecting this one to turn up because it did before for Marissa. You got the Fool, Loyal Mum. The Fool is smarter than she appears to be. But she's acting dumb, as I call it, unintelligent. So then people don't see her. It's like the wolf wearing sheep's clothing, and that's who we have to be at this point, Loyal Mum. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sophia, hi Linda. May I have a card, please? Yes, you can. Okay. Because that's what I'm here for. Maybe I should go watch Chicago and just get that out of my mind. Okay. Alrighty. Where am I? Sophia. Sorry, Sophia. There's an A at the end of your name. Queen of Wands. So this card is about you. Okay. This card represents you. So when you read this one, Sophia, please be aware that they're talking about you, okay, not somebody else. Okay, so please go put this one into Google, the Queen of Wands, and find out your own special little message there that's private. Okay. Okay, Marissa Dummel, I think I got that Love Dove card last week. Funny that you said that because Luna asked me yesterday, why does Daddy call you stupid? Ooh, you've got to teach your daughter. You know, it's so hard because I separated from Tashi's dad when Tashi was 5. I never put her dad down. I still don't. I do tell her some hard truths about it now that she's 19. But I don't say it in a derogatory, vengeful way out of spite. I just say, look, I'm going to give you some facts. This is what happened. So then it's up to her to research it, ask her dad what really happened on his side of it. So then she comes to her own conclusion. So if you've got one parent saying names about the other parent, that's where you've got to sit Luna down and say, don't be like your dad and talk about people behind their back. Don't gossip. Don't put people down. Teach your daughter to be above it. So you're not saying don't be like daddy, but you're saying virtually to her that she will work out that daddy is the one doing all this stuff. She's only young at this point, so give her a chance, okay? But don't tell her what to think about other people. You've just got to nurture her in who you want her to be, okay? Alrighty. Kendra says, I'm very judgmental of people, and it's something I've been trying to work on, especially this week. This week's been a crapper. Did I just say that? I still have work to do, but I'm getting better. Yep, little waves. Hi, Linda. I have to leave soon. Thank you. Well, I did give you a card. Maria Amethyst Celentine. Hello to you too. I'm going to get you a card. 5 of Swords. Maria Amethyst Celentine. 5 of Swords for you. Julie Youngren says, thank you for the kindness and loving cards. Okay. Me and Philip have broken up. Do you see us reuniting or is it over? Well, Marina, I'm just going to go back through all your comments here. He told me he wants to move to another city. May you please check it? Talk about abundance. Okay. I do not talk about other people live, just in case they're listening, because then it turns south. I don't gossip behind people's backs. If you do want a private reading from me, please make a contribution through PayPal, and we can set up a time for a Zoom call. Okay? That's how I work. As for breaking up with him, I can only tell you about your side of it. This is where you've got to work out why you depend on him so much. Okay? This is a learning lesson for you to learn how to be more independent on your own. So in that light, with that coming through to me, it means that he's gone at this point. Doesn't mean he's not going to come back in the future, but you've just got to learn how to be more independent and perhaps maybe not as jealous or controlling, okay? Because we all have to work on those things. So if you get offended by it, just remember, we all go through it. Even I do sometimes. And I sit there and I say, wow, why did I just feel like that for? I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. So I work it through and find out why I get selfish, jealous, conceited even, why any negative emotion, okay? Being offended only shows that we have things to heal that we don't want to face. Wow. So there you go. Sunrise Jesus, I gave you a card. Okay. Yep, all things must pass. Thank you so much. Kendra says I'm behind in the video because I had to pause it, but I was curious if your lady friend has anything to say about the comet approaching. If it is a comet. No, I'm hearing no, it's not a comet. But remember, guys, 31 Atlas. Let's just say it's alien. Okay? Is it us from the future coming back because we've shot out in the future and now we've come back and it's a different time zone displacement thing. Timeline displacement, like they talk about in Back to the Future. Regardless of what it is, it shows us that it's not a comet. Will it impact Earth? I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that it's going to be an ELE, okay, level extinction level event. I'm not seeing that it's an LE, okay. There will be humans that survive this, even if there is an impact. But the size of it, it's going to take out a lot of the planet if it does impact us. But I believe this. If we have a galactic structure, whether it's comet, alien, or whatever, and it can change to trajectory, and it can speed up to 300 times its normal speed, then it also has the capacity to slow down and to change its trajectory so it doesn't impact Earth. It may just hover. Either way, we are in a religious war. It's Islam against Christians. We all know it. Look at what's happening with Europe. Look what's happening in the Middle East. Look what's happening in Australia, Canada, France, you name it. It's a spiritual, religious war. People are offended by not wanting to fit in, or, as the Islams believe, to make others believe in what they want. But what if the end result is that there's no religion? So could this be, with all the news about the rapture, the ascension, could it be now that this thing coming in is to definitively show that religion does not simply exist? Wow. History is about to be remade. I hope and pray this thing is alien, because the only people who are scared of it is the government. Have you noticed? They don't want aliens coming down here because then they're going to lose control. Why do you think they're trying to push through this bloody ID, digital ID, before November? They want it all set up in place before this thing comes down. Think about it. So when they say, oh, I'm so scared, this thing could be alien, don't be scared, guys. Aliens have been coming here for centuries that we're aware of. Look at all the lead lights in the English churches that date back to like the 1200s, where there's aliens in the sky. If they wanted to knock us out, if they wanted to eliminate us, they've had centuries to do it. So we've got to remember here, the only people scared of this happening are the ones in charge. I love it. I am sitting back, and believe me, if this does turn into an LE, extinction level event, like what took out the dinosaurs, just remember, we're souls. We're eternal. And if we go to heaven, you're going to love it. So come on, laugh at it. Every time I see a story where they say, oh my God, fear, 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 the aliens are coming, I just laugh at it. Because the only people that are scared about it is the ones losing control. The governments, the elitists. Okay? Don't worry about it. We're eternal souls. I've been to heaven, it's great. I've died, it was great. But don't do it. Okay? I advise nobody to do it, because that does go against free will, and karma is real. And believe me, if this 31 Atlas is an alien ship, karma is about to be served to a lot of people. And I do not want to be a fly on that wall when they face their own demons. Okay? Good on you. Good on you, Kendra, for saying that. Okay? I love you, Kendra. Yeah. Okay, Fiona, like spontaneous. Hi, Linda. Do you ever get spiritual visitors who are still Earth sign? Yes, I do. Every day. Oh my God. Good question though. Do I ever get spiritual visitors who are still earthside? Like ghosts? I talk to ghosts every day. Why do you think I like going to hospitals and cemeteries? They're hanging around. They don't know they're dead. Then we've got the ones who do go to heaven. They pop in as spirits. So yeah, I talk to them. I also get visitations from other things. I get a lot of visitations. Um, I got woken up one morning at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, I've got to go. I had a thought. I had to go out into my living room. I had to go out on the veranda. So I opened up the blind and I opened up the sliding door and I went out, and there was this light bigger than an aeroplane right out in front of me in the middle of the sky at 4 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't a plane. I sat there until 10 to 5 watching it. So that's 45 minutes. I was watching this thing. It didn't move. It had no noise. It didn't change its trajectory. It didn't change its appearance or color, but it just sat there. So in the morning, I rang my friend who's right up the alley of aliens, and I said to her, weird thing happened. I just got woken up, and I knew because I had a thought that I had to go out there. But when I looked at the clock, it was 10 to 5. But it felt like I was only there for about 5 minutes. So I don't know if I went to sleep. I don't know if I was in a trance. But for that 45 minutes, I could not think. Because my friend said to me, did you get a photo? You got this thing straight out from me. Because I'm on a hill and I'm on the 3rd floor of a high rise. And that thing was right out there, right in front of me. In front. It was dead in front of me. So I believe it was communicating with me. Yes. Do I believe it was natural? No. Do I believe it was Earth? No. Because there was no noise. And it was close. It was only probably a mile out. So there was no noise like a plane, helicopter, drone. I would have heard it at 4 o'clock in the morning because there was no cars. It was the dead of night. But for me not to think about, wow, I should get a photo of this thing, I didn't even think it. But then I sort of woke up again at 10 to 5. And I thought, damn, I better go to bed. Yeah. Weird thing. Weird things happen the next day. Weird things happen the day after the next day. Weird things are still happening today. So let's let's connect this, I should say, back to 31 Atlas. Do I think they're here to hurt us? They know our intentions. They're telepathic. They know the ones on the right side of the L. They know the right ones who are helping and who are self-serving. They know the ones taking, and they know the ones that are giving. They know the ones who are being honest, and they know who's lying through their teeth. Do I believe that we're all going to be eliminated if it is a mass extinction event? Trust. Believe in it. Love them. Say thank you. Because even if they do come down like Independence Day with, what's his name? Will Smith. Even if they are here to self-eliminate, we're eternal beings. And who wouldn't want to leave planet at this point to start again, right? Because we've all been too jack of this at this point, aren't we? So think of the benefits. But I'm not saying I don't end it, because we're here to learn our lessons. We've got to hang around and be supportive to the rest of us. Okay? So good on you for saying that. I love it. Okay, Fiona Light Spontaneous, you just started that rabbit hole. Okay, Little Rabbit Hole, thanks so much for reading. Yeah, Debs only says chat soon. JC Science, Will Professor, oh God, I've just lost some comments here. Will Professor Gorbenko change my grade to full credit? No. I know you said you don't discuss grades, but in this case I'm asking, will she be okay with this process? No, the question is, will you be okay with this process, Josie Science? Okay? Just remember, these are questions not to put live. You don't want to give out too much personal information about yourself. I'm sure Professor Gorbenko does not want his name mentioned in someone else's live. He hasn't consented to you to give that name. So just think about what you're doing here, Josie Science. Okay? Yep. Carol Morris. Woo-hoo! Thank you. I did give you a card. Fiona Lightspontania says it's still winter in Mount Gambier, South Australia. Top of 15 degrees here today. We're heading for 30 today, Fiona. Dust to dust. I feel like I've discovered too much. I've just been trying to be authentic, but also not cause harm. Of course. Dust to dust. I'm going to give you a card. I'm going to give you a card. Come on. Card for dust to dust, please. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, good card. Aces are always good. Ace of Cups for dust to dust. Love that card. Maria Amethyst Salentine. I did give you a card. I don't know if you saw it or not, but let's get you another one. Okay. Yay, let's get you another card. Oh, there it goes. It's that one on the top there because it popped out and it sat there. Oh, King of Swords. Ooh. Maria Amethyst Salentine. There you go. Marissa, she's been in the UK since 2020. Yeah, well, guess what? Contact a sister. Okay. PNW Phil card for the win. Yeah, I'm in Seattle area. Yeah, okay. Yes, I've been doing that already. Yeah, good girl. Maria Amethyst Salentine. So, Linda, will we be together in the future, or is it totally over with Philip? Well, honey, everything's possible in the future. That's why we have thousands and thousands that can cross over our paths. Okay? So, will he come back? There's a high possibility that he could. But at this point today, no, is the answer. Okay? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Well, guess what, guys? I've actually just caught up, which means that we're out of time. But I will be here, same bat time, same bat channel next week. I hope that you will have a great, safe week. Listen to what I've been saying. Put out your love. Put out your energy. Create what we want to be. And also talk to this alien ship. I go out on the veranda and it's like, calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Just put your thought out there like you're talking to them. Please don't hurt me. I'm in your love. I'm not going to be the one hurting you. I want to look after all the animals and the trees. That's what I say to them. I'm letting them know that I'm not a harm to them. Do that every day. Okay? Yeah, it's all good, Kendra. Well, anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I'm going back to watch a movie for a little while, let my voice calm down, because I do talk for an hour and a half without stopping, have you noticed? So, guys, for me today, that's it for me. I will try and get some videos out this week. I know I've got a list of them to do, and I'm also working on this book. It is called The Higher Self Meditation Handbook. I want to get it out in a few weeks, so please stay tuned. And I love you all. And until then, nanu, and take care of you. Love yous all. Bye.